Okay, sorry. Hello. This is your Thursday course for 11:30. I'm sorry, for 11 and 11:45. I'm out today, so we're going to do this together. Today's objective, I will prepare for the STAR test by actively participating in the STAR practice questions. I know that I am understanding the material as I successfully complete the fall semester review game. Okay, I will post the fall semester review game in the OLS for you to play, and I will be checking to see that you played it. So there's that. All right, think about it. American Progress. We talked about this picture yesterday or the day before yesterday. This is John Gast's painting, American Progress. Some of you told me that this is an angel, and she's bringing technology and progress and civilization and people with her to the West. So where would a history student most likely find this particular image? Where would a history student most likely find this image? All right. So this was a STAR question. So I'm going to start at the bottom because I start at the bottom. J, in a textbook about European immigration. H, in an academic presentation about manifest destiny. G, in a museum exhibit about the Civil War. F, in a biography of early Spanish explorers. So where would a history student most likely find this image? Well, we can look at this image and we can see that the image is what we've worked on all week, which is manifest destiny. So I would say in an academic journal about manifest destiny. I'm sorry, an academic presentation about manifest destiny. Okay, so this is going to be found most likely in an academic presentation about manifest destiny. How do you know? Because I had an academic presentation for you yesterday, and where was that picture? Inside of that presentation. Okay, so manifest destiny is the belief that the United States had the divine right and the mission to extend the power of its civilization across North America. It's driven by population increase. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about immigrants coming to the United States from Europe. We're going to talk about next week economic development and technological advances in the Industrial Revolution, and we're going to talk about reform ideas the week after. Okay, Northerners and Southerners are going to argue that this ambition is going to push slavery into those Western lands, which is going to lead to increased sectionalism, because the South is only worried about what the South is doing, and the North is looking at the South and not liking it, but they're really just focused on what the North is doing, which is manufacturing. All right, think about it. Read the excerpt and answer the question that follows. The most sweet and tender, the most innocent and encouraging society may be found in any natural object, even for the most melancholy man. But there can be no very black melancholy to him who lives in the midst of nature and has his senses still. While I enjoy the friendship of the seasons, I trust that nothing can make life a burden to me. Henry David Thoreau, Walden, 1854. Which statement in the excerpt shows this is an example of transcendentalism in the early to mid 1800s? Well, I start at the bottom. Thoreau focuses on the relationship between humans and the natural world. That could be a possibility. Thoreau studies the relationship between nature and historical events. Could be. Thoreau thinks the role of science focuses on the role of science in the changing natural world. Thoreau uses reason to explain natural events that happen in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my text and I'm going to find where it says, there can be no very black melancholy to him who lives in the midst of nature and has his senses still. Okay? He is focused on the relationship between the humans and the natural world. While I enjoy the friendship of the seasons, I trust nothing can make life a burden to me. Okay? Or society may be found, the most sweet and tender, the most innocent and encouraging society may be found in any natural object. So there's several clues that point me to, we're talking about the natural world and nature. He does not mention any historical events in this. He does not focus on any science. He is clearly talking about him and his relationship with his surroundings. And there are no events in the natural world that are about to happen. Okay. We did that one together the other day. All right, transcendentalism. People could transcend, go beyond the physical world. They're going to find the truth within them, their own selves in the spirit. They're going to be inspired by nature, and they're going to follow their own feelings and conscious. So Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau are transcendentalists. They're writers and leaders. This is not Lincoln. This is Henry David Thoreau, who is a writer. Think about it. Which map shows the boundaries of the United States just after the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? Think about what war the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended. So, which map shows the boundaries of the United States just after the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? So, is it A, where the border is at the Louisiana Purchase? Is it B, where the border is at right there at Louisiana? Is it C, where it's everything but the Gadsden Purchase, which belongs to Mexico? Or is it D, the entire United States? This one's tricky. After the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The answer is C, because of the Mexican cession that ceded all of this land and recognized the border of the Rio Grande right here of Texas. So the answer is C. All right, so U.S. territorial acquisitions. This should be familiar to you because we did all of those territorial acquisitions when we played the game. I would say this would be, I would divide this right here where we have this 13 colonies at 1776 and in the Treaty of Paris, 1783. You don't need to know about this one, the Red River Cession, or this one. I don't know why, or this one. You just need to know about the ones I taught you about. Okay, think about it. Rapid population growth, economic depressions, the prospect of inexpensive land, and foreign trade opportunities. During the 1840s, the factors in this diagram contributed to the widespread support for which of the following? I'll give you a minute to study it, but you can always pause the video. Starting at the bottom, I'm going to complete the diagram. Is it states' rights, the American system, the Manifest Destiny, or the Kansas-Nebraska Act? So which one of these best fits the question mark? Rapid population growth, economic depressions, the prospect of inexpensive land, foreign trade opportunities. During the 1840s, the factors in this diagram contributed to the widespread support for which of the following? If you said G, Manifest Destiny, you are correct. Manifest Destiny, causes or nationalism. Remember, we have that new pride and nationalism from after the War of 1812. Religious fervor convert the Native Americans. Spread reforms by the Second Great Awakening, which we'll talk about next in 2 weeks. Economic motives, the fur trade, homesteads, and the gold rush. Those are all reasons that spurred Manifest Destiny. All right, remember your CGA is due today, Unit 5 Quiz 2. It is due by midnight tonight. And that, I'm going to get you the booklet, so hang on. Okay, you're going to go to tinyurl.com/2298NTBS to get your game. Okay, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.